Okay. Welcome. I am Vitus DK, and I'll be your guide, your facilitator, your mentor, directing you through this course of Python for everyone. So, what do I have in store for you? We're going to be spending some time together working on Python. Why Python, you may ask? There are a million things, a million reasons you can think of Python, but let's see if I can use all 10 fingers I have here today. First, you can use Python to develop desktop applications. You can use it for mobile applications. You can use it for web applications. You can use it for scientific computations. You can use it for data science and analytics. You can use it for machine learning. You can also use it for artificial intelligence, scripting, automation, gaming, cloud computing, you name it, it's out there. Okay. But why? Why would you want to use it and not another programming language or another set of programming languages? Number one, which is most important, it's easy. Very easy, it's easy to read, it's easy to learn, just like the language of your choice. Okay? Not just that it's easy, it's very powerful. It's powerful, what does that mean? You're going to see more of that when we get into class. It's also quick, safe, and efficient. Moreover, we listed more than 10 things so far. Those 10 things, what does that tell you? It means it's versatile. Okay, because it has a wonderful community that builds it up. You have many libraries, which I'll tell you a little bit when we get into class what libraries are. There are countless libraries out there, so you can use Python for almost anything that you can think about. Now, how are we going to get started? Go to the website. I encourage you to go there. Obviously, there are a bunch of other classes out there, but we're going to focus on Python. And our class is going to be fundamental to begin with, okay? Because without the building blocks, you would be having layers in the air that really don't help you out. So when we talk of fundamental courses, what are some of the fundamentals that you're going to learn? We're going to start with an introduction to Python, okay? We'll talk about data types. Now, let's talk about English language, French, Spanish, any language in this world. You have to start by learning words. Just like a baby is born, the first word they can think of is crying. Everybody cries. And then they start learning of the first word, mother or mom. And then, yes, no. Actually, I think no is the first word, but we'll get to that later on. At some point in time, before they get to 1, 2, 3 years old, they think about that. Ha, I got you. Anyway, the words are the variables, which is what we're going to talk about after we define data types. Data types are the building blocks, variables are what's going to hold that. Then we get to statements. Eventually, the kid starts having sentences they can speak. Sentences in this case would be like statements in Python and expressions. Eventually, we want them to be able to know how to punctuate. I don't have it on here, but those are operators and operands. Once we get to that stage, you would like your child to be able to compose a paragraph. A sentence leads to a paragraph. The paragraphs leads to chapters. The chapters are going to end up having books. At the end of the day, you're going to leave here being able to write a book in Python, in other words, a program. On your very first day, you have your very first program. So we're going to progress our way from variables, statements. Eventually, we get to functions. Before we get to functions, we need to understand conditional execution, loops and iterations, and also very, very important, no matter which one of these things you're going to learn, whether it's machine learning, data science, automation, scripting, gaming, cloud configuration, you definitely need to learn collections and sequences. Most of the time we spend our time, like right now I've been talking and talking, those are all strings, those are words, string of characters together. We'll talk about strings, how to manipulate them, how to manipulate files, because we need to import, export data into Python or have inputs and outputs. So eventually at the end of the day we'll talk about object-oriented programming. But who is this course for? This course is for everyone, whether you're an IT professional or not, whether you're a seasoned professional, whether you're new to IT, it's going to need just basic understanding. You need a computer, you need an internet. You don't even need the best computer ever, because we might be working without installing anything, because Python is going to work just fine on Windows, on Mac operating system, as well as on Linux operating system. But guess what? Even if you have a Chromebook, this is what I'll do to you. I'll provide you a way to use it on the web, on your browser. You could go to Anaconda distribution, which is one of the things we'll talk about. You can code in the cloud, or you can download it and have Jupyter notebooks, which is another powerful tool that is good to have in your resume. If you don't want to do that, another option is use Replit. Okay, REPL, which stands for read, evaluate, print, and loop. Do it all over again. Okay, so repl.it is going to lead you to be able to write your code on the browser. But if you decide to go ahead with Anaconda distribution on the cloud, you can start writing your code right there on the cloud. If you open a notebook, the very first thing I'll get you to write is import this. Very easy to remember, right? So let's go ahead and import that. If you execute that code by pressing the play button on here, you see this. Wow, wonderful, isn't it? What are some of the things we need to remember? Python, Zen of Python, which are the key things that you learn when you want to be Pythonic in what you do. Obviously, beautiful is better than ugly. Explicit is better than implicit. Explain it as much as possible rather than imply what you're trying to say. So those are some of the things I'll introduce you to. I encourage you to sign up for this class. We're going to have fun. We're going to build things from as easy as having an expense calculator, a loan monitor, or doing a game of dice, or playing rock, paper, scissors, or pulling information from the internet and presenting it, crawling on web pages, all of those in very simple syntax and way you can understand and enjoy, have fun with this course. Look forward to having you together and playing around together so we can have the best ever fun. So tell me again, who is your guy? I know who it is, so let's find out.